Hello and welcome to Hammer Down Media. As I mentioned in one of my most recent videos, and as many of you may know, people like Verhofstadt and much of the media slandered Poland over their recent Independence Day march with claims of it being a neo-Nazi march or a white supremacist march. On top of that, Gay put out a handful of tweets criticizing Poland's Independence Day march and also called upon the European Union to invoke Article 7 against Poland, which would force them to take in immigrants that they don't want and would give the European Commission the ability to closely monitor funds given to Poland from the EU. After these ridiculous and slanderous claims, Gay is facing a handful of lawsuits from Polish Patriots on claims of defamation. One of the people suing Gay is a black Polish citizen named Aondo-Akaa, I probably butchered that name so I'm sorry, who is of Nigerian descent. Aondo-Akaa explained that Verhofstadt's reaction was a generalization and all generalizations are harmful. He accused Brussels elites of not only wanting to destroy Poland culturally, but also of wiping out Polish traditions and ideas. And he said that an independent Poland does not fit into their Europe. Another participant from the Independence Day March, Mira Wazelka, a Polish descendant of prisoners from German concentration camps, has also announced legal actions against Verhofstadt. And lastly, Raduta Imenia, who is part of the Polish Anti-Defamation League, has also filed 2 lawsuits against Verhofstadt, which were filed on November 17th. Now, Gay Verhofstadt, being part of the European Parliament, would have to have his immunity stripped from him in order to be sued, but at this point, it is looking like a realistic possibility. But it should come as no shock to the people of Poland or Europe that Gay Verhofstadt has slandered the Polish people for their Independence Day march. For example, Gay Verhofstadt is the founder of the Spinelli Group, which is an initiative with a view to reinvigorate the strive for the federalization of the European Union by creating a network of citizens, think tanks, NGOs, academics, writers, and politicians who support the idea of a federal and united Europe. So obviously, with that being said, the idea of a free and independent Poland, which is not a slave to the European Parliament or the European Union, is the last thing that a person like Gay Verhofstadt would want. But to get back to the Spinelli Group, which Gay was a founder of, it is named after Altiero Spinelli, who was the founder of the European Federalist, a founding father of the European integration, and a founding father of the European Union. On top of that, Spinelli was an Italian communist politician, which the Spinelli Group, like I said, is named after, and this is why guys like Gay Verhofstadt is such a strong proponent of the EU and hates the idea of national identity. I wouldn't be shocked, for example, if Verhofstadt himself is a socialist or a Marxist, considering he found a group named after a former Italian communist. But with that being said, you think that he wouldn't throw around terms like fascism lightly, but clearly that is not the case. At the very least, Verhofstadt is clearly a cultural Marxist, and we can see that as he is trying to regulate the behavior of the Polish people. It's pretty sad considering how much Poland suffered under the old Soviet Empire, but here we see communist sympathizers like Verhofstadt still trying to maintain power and control over Poland. Especially considering that Poland has finally elected a party in the PIS party that is completely separated from communism and from the post-communist era that existed in Poland just up until a few years ago. For the longest time in Poland, semi-democracy is what existed. The people could vote in representatives, they could vote in the president, but they had absolutely no say in judges or the courts. And this was a problem within Poland, because many of the elected officials and even presidents of past would be communist sympathizers, and they did not believe in putting the Polish people, the needs of Poland, and Poland in general first before everything else. But Poland is finally breaking off the remaining chains of communism and the remaining chains from the old Soviet Empire, and is finally becoming a country which puts itself first. But people like Gay, that does not settle too well with. They are trying to slander them and are trying to get the European Union to take action against Poland. But to the people of Poland, patriotism And nationalism and pride in your country is not a bad thing. It is not fascism. It is not white supremacy. It is not racism. It is what a country should be doing. And I know a lot of people in Poland and Europe don't like when I use the word nationalism, but the definition of nationalism is patriotism. It is pride within your country. There is nothing wrong with being a nationalist. It is the same thing as being a patriot. Being proud of your culture, your country, and your history, and maintaining the values of which it was founded upon is not a bad thing. In fact, it is a great thing. Our ancestors fought battle after battle and numerous wars to establish the borders that exist today. And many Polish people believe that the war going on today is an ongoing war that began in 1683 during the Battle of Vienna. But back then, the warfare was a little bit more upfront. You knew exactly what was going on. Today, it is kind of hidden behind curtains. But no less, it is still the same war. And now that Poland is getting rid of those last few communistic ties, the European Union, which Altiero Spinelli, the former communist, was a founding father of, and supporters of him like Verhofstadt, who work within the European Parliament, are doing everything in their power to try and maintain that Poland cannot finally remove itself from the post-Soviet era and communism. Once Poland finally removes these last remaining chains, they can move on to bigger and better things. And thank God. So hopefully Verhofstadt is stripped of his immunity so that these Polish patriots can move forward in their lawsuits against him, and so that Poland can finally become the proud patriotic nation state which it has long sought to be. So God bless Poland and the people of Poland, and keep up the good fight. So thank you guys for watching. If you enjoy my work, please hit the big red subscribe button down below. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button. And if you really want to help support my work, you can become a donor on my Patreon or Hatreon page for as little as $1 a month. So thank you to all my Patreon and Hatreon donors. All of your donations have become even more important, especially considering YouTube has been demonetizing pretty much all of my videos, including the last one I did on Poland. And despite all of the enormous love I've been getting, all of the thumbs ups, the shares, the comments, all of that doesn't matter really, because YouTube has been demonetizing all of my videos. And because of that, I can't make any money off of the ad revenue. But because of all my Patreon supporters, I'm able to bring you guys uncensored content, and I don't have to worry about what the overlords at YouTube think. I can keep bringing you guys the truth despite all of the slander that you guys are getting from the media and all of the fake news that is being pushed on Poland. And that's the most important thing, that I can continue to bring all of my subscribers, whether it's in Poland, the United States, the Middle East, wherever you guys are. The most important thing is that I can continue to bring you the truth. So thank you guys for watching, and to all my people in Europe and in Poland, keep up the good fight, have a good one, and God bless.